Let's talk to Senator Marco Rubio right now, also running for president on the Republican side. Senator Rubio, welcome back to Good Morning America. You've called Mr. Trump's proposal outlandish, offensive, and unconstitutional. So why would you still support him if he's the nominee?
Well, first of all, he's not going to be the nominee. I'm pretty confident of that. And so let's continue moving forward on this campaign where I think we're going to nominate someone that actually has a chance to win in the general election. And that's what I'm going to focus my campaign on.
Let me interrupt
George,
you there,
look,
though. You say he's not going to be the nominee,
attack.
but he's at 35%, not only in that poll that Tom just said. New York Times CBS poll out just now has him at 35%. You're only at 9%.
I know, George, but you've been following politics for a long time, and most of the people that are leading in December very rarely win in January and February and March when these votes start to count. So I'm not going to hyperventilate about polls, and I'm not going to do what the media has fallen into, which is we had a major terrorist attack on U.S. soil a week ago yesterday. And now all the talk, including the newscasts, are dominated by this plan that's never going to happen. This is never going to become the law of the country, what Donald Trump is proposing. Let's focus back on the things we can do something about, which is how these people in San Bernardino carried out this attack, and the others who are out there, perhaps even within the homeland, even as I speak, that are attempting to carry out similar attacks. And so we need to refocus back here on the important issue of terrorism, particularly as it applies to attacks here in the homeland, because this is a growing threat, and we're not spending nearly enough time focused on that.
On that issue, Secretary Clinton is making the argument that the whole GOP field is cut from the same cloth. Watch this.
They are all driving the exact narrative that jihadists want to advance, that we are at war not with barbarous, violent murderers, but with an entire religion. This is a grave mistake.
Your response?
My response is that there isn't a place on earth where America is stronger or safer after Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State or Barack Obama has been president. Ask them, what part of the world today is safer or more stable and America stronger after 7 years of Clinton and Obama in charge of our foreign policy? So she really has no credibility to talk about these issues. The truth is that there are elements within Islam that are radicalized and that believe that it is their obligation and duty to kill or enslave anyone who does not agree with their interpretation of their faith. And we need to confront it for what it is. It is an ideological movement that attempts to enslave and kill people that do not agree with them. And the sooner we realize that, the better our strategy to confront them is going to be. They cannot be contained. They must be defeated.
Senator Ted Cruz is coming on strong now. His new polls put him ahead in Iowa. He says we need to carpet bomb ISIS. Says, I don't know if sand can glow in the dark, but we're going to find out. Would that be part of your strategy as well?
Well, we're going to increase airstrikes, but you cannot defeat ISIS simply from airstrikes. There is not a single credible military official, either active or inactive, that would say that we can simply defeat them from the air. They will have to be confronted on the ground, and it must be a coalition of which the bulk of it is made up of Sunni Arabs. Obviously, the Kurds are going to doing a great job in the Kurdish areas. We should even empower Christians to defend themselves and their areas and their families. But the bulk of that ground force needs to be Arab Sunnis that reject ideologically and defeat militarily ISIS. And they will need our help. We will have to increase the number of special operators to call in those airstrikes. We'll need more logistical and intelligence support. And we're going to need more support from Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and the UAE and other kingdoms that are immediately impacted by ISIS's presence in the region. But they must be defeated on the ground. We will not be able to defeat them simply
Senator
through
Rubio,
airstrikes.
thanks very much for your time this morning.
Thanks, George.